It's been a minute over there. Well, it's not that long. I don't know when my last video was, but um, I write a lot. I write on Medium a lot, so I do that every day. Uh, Helping you reach your dreams is the reason I'm here. It's my purpose. And today I'm going to teach you how to do that. Okay, it's easy. You take the action that you desire to take in imagination, and your body will take that action without. Okay, I'm gonna go over some examples how this has happened. Okay, taking out my keys right now. My Challenger. Okay, I manifested this Challenger. I would see myself driving it before I had it, and people would say, or like the car dealers would say, oh, you can't afford it, you don't have the credit, what have you. But I would go just to go like, hey, maybe I get approved, maybe I get like a low payment, something. You never know, so you gotta try. But it happened in a way that I would have never logically, reasonably thought of. My attorney called me one day. So during the day, I was like, how do I feel now that I own and drive a beautiful black wide body Dodge Challenger and it's parked behind these cars over here? And my eyes are open, I'm awake. And I felt whatever the feeling was. All right, I felt the feeling. And then I got a hunch to text my attorney and say, hey, is our case over? And he texted me and said, hey, come to the office, I want to talk to you. And I said, okay, maybe it's done. Maybe I am getting a check. And he's like, hey, you know what? Your case is still going on. It's going on. It's been going on for a long time because this guy has passed away. So we're working with the company, the insurance company. But I put that aside. You've been giving me a lot of clients. I want to give you this $25,000 check. Okay. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I had a $25,000 check. Okay. And then I bought the car with it. So by the end of the week, I had the Challenger. And it feels like it happens right away because we only have the present moment. Every day, yeah, there's different seasons, different weather, but you're still there. It's your consciousness. And so when the thing appears, you're like, what the hell? Like, it's here now? And then you go on to the next thing. But now I've been doing this shit consciously. Like, I've been visualizing, imagining. I want to use imagining, not visualizing, because visualizing is kind of like seeing through your eye, your imaginal eye. You don't have to see, you have to feel it to be true. You have to think from that place, okay? You have to think from that place. You have to be there. Not just think about it, you have to be there, literally experience it with all your senses and feel that whatever your purpose it was that you wanted it for has been accomplished. Like for my dog, I used to walk myself. I used to walk around my neighborhood because I got in a car, I got in a Challenger, and I didn't walk to the gym anymore. The gym was so close to me back then, but I digress. So I would walk and get to the gym. So I had the car, so I would drive there now. But I wanted to keep on walking, so I would walk in the mornings. I forgot when it was, like before the gym or after the gym, I would walk. And it would help me understand myself. I'll get like downloads, like nuggets, like wisdom nuggets. I'll realize what I really wanted. And I would walk and I would have in my imagination or pretend that I'm holding a leash and I'm walking a dog. And then you don't know how it happens, like, and then you get your dog. For me, it was my coworker said, hey, I have a dog. We don't walk it. It's in a cage all day. Do you know anybody who wants one? And it pulled on my heart. I'm like, I'll find out. And I asked a few people. But I realized, hey, bro, you've been manifesting wanting a dog. You've been manifesting like watching Cesar Milan and all this stuff like about dogs, And so I'm like, I'll keep it. I'll take it, And I didn't ask my manager or anything. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna take it. I can't stand the concept, the idea of him being in a cage. And he's right here with me right now. Look, Machi. Look, everybody wants to see you. Okay. Good. And so, yeah. Again, my eyes are open on this one. Now, there's times where I visualize with my eyes closed. So I would close my eyes and I'll see myself with a specific person. This is a specific person that I'm seeing. And then there's a certain action that I'm taking. For example, in this scenario, I'm hugging her and she gets my hand and she puts it on her breast, right? This exact action happened with another woman who wasn't the specific person I was visualizing, but it happened, right? It was like my intention. Well, my intention was to like have sexual relations, and at the end of the sexual relations, I'm hugging her, and she gets my hand, puts it on her breast, and we fall asleep. And that literally happened, literally, like except it wasn't with the specific person, and I could. Every state's a possibility that you can have, so you can have that specific person as well. Okay, anything is possible. Everything is infinite. Every time you see somebody, it's a different yeah, we can say dimension or a different state of that person that you see. But you can change that person. You can change me. You can put like, oh, I want to see Miguel with, I don't know, a blazer, or I want to see Miguel with like gym clothes on, and you'll literally create a scenario, like a state where I'll show up in that garment. You could literally do that because there's infinite states. There's infinite states. There's only abundance. Imagination is not reason. It's not logic. It is limitless. It is abundance, just like thought is. Okay. But when we look in the sensory world, the physical world, we see limitation, right? Like right now, I cannot just like fly, like get this phone and fly to outer space. But if I close my eyes, I can grab this phone, pretend I'm Superman, like imagine I'm Superman, open this door, fly, and like go throughout the galaxy and like be recording. Hi, you see everybody, you see this big sun. This is our sun from our solar system. Let's go on to the first planet, which in the solar system, which is I think Mercury. Mercury, this is Mercury. Check it out. Let's go down and like all imagination, no limits, no reason, no logic. It's just you get it now. That's why it is done. Okay, that's why you have to feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and you'll get it because then you are that person thinking from that state. And so that was what I did with the imagination. Another thing, and here's a little thing, but it's big. It's a little nugget, but it's big. You know, like a golden nugget, a little golden nugget. It's small, but it's worth a lot. Every desire you have is just a reminder to you that you create within, that you create everything. Every desire is just to remind you that you create within. Because if you look at the physical circumstance, you see limitation. You have to go within to see yourself with it. Some of us are already manifesting on automatic pilot because we were just told, or we read something, or we did something where we believe in this. We believe in this, and that what we have in our mind and we see ourselves with, or if we want something, we can have it. I manifest on autopilot now, but I'll go over that a little bit towards the end. Autopilot, okay. Money. Recently I closed my eyes and I saw money. I said I'm a money magnet, and because I'm reading Neville Goddard a lot for 6 years now, since 2020. Been reading Neville Goddard around that time. So I saw like money just sticking to me, piling up next to me, and then now I'm hugging it because it's piling up on my lap. I'm sitting down, so I see it piling up on my lap, filling up the room that I'm in. And then I feel the relief, just like I felt the relief now, like, that's the relief of abundance, of having more than enough. And so once I felt it, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, then let it go, start. And then this time I opened my eyes, I got a phone call from a client at my office, and then the client's like, I want to pay, bing, 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 got a debit card, made the payment. Coincidence? No. Then later on that day, I looked at my bank account, I had two deposits, one from Apple. I don't know why Apple's paying me. It has Stripe, and I'm like, I found out Stripe. I'm like, okay, Stripe. Who paid me from Stripe? And I ended up getting money wired from somebody in Australia who read one of my articles on the law of assumption, on what I'm talking about right now, making your dreams a physical reality, and tipped me. So they read the article and tipped me. I was all through imagination. If I don't do that, I don't get that. So you must see yourself with more to have more. See yourself with more. You want more cars? See yourself with your car. Okay, you go to your garage, you see your car, and then you see your other car and your other car. You're like, yes, I got hella cars. You're seeing yourself with more. Okay. And keep on practicing the imagination. Okay. Eventually, you're gonna start visualizing things automatically. Like, I wanted some tacos the other day, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want some tacos. That would be nice. And I pictured myself eating some tacos. You know, and then as I was doing a video. You might have seen this one. I talk about it a lot. I was doing a video, and then my neighbor knocks, like bang, bang, bang. Right? I'm like, all right, let me see who it is. And I was about to start the video, and he's like, here, hey bro, I got some tacos. You want some? I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm like, you selling them? And I would have bought them. And he's like, no man, the lady who sells on the corner gave them to me. She said, give them out to people so that they can know how they taste, and you know if they like it, they could come, you know, get me. I'm over here, and I'm like, all right, cool. And he gave me a lot of them, and so I ate them, and they were really good. They were like beef tacos, like they were very good. They weren't regular like tacos. They were like beef tacos with a little bit like sauce on them. I forgot, tacos machaca or something like that, but it was good. So as an example, and here's an example of me not knowing how to use imagination, but I still imagined, and I created my reality. But I just didn't know. I didn't know this information. That was when I was incarcerated. When I was a teenager, I told myself I'm not gonna come back. I want to do something that's good. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go to college. I ended up going to college and graduating, but while I was incarcerated, I would close my eyes before going to bed, and I would see myself on a campus. I would see the sun, feel the wind hit me, feel the warmth of the sun, I feel the wind, see the green grass, the blades of grass, the buildings, the brown buildings, and I'm walking, holding on to a backpack, and I'm like, yes, I'm successful. I'm feeling like I'm getting good grades. I'm successful, yes. And then there's another scene that I would create was where I was sitting down on a desk. You know that desk that's connected with the chair, and I felt my legs sitting in there, and I would see this professor walking back and forth, like a goofy looking professor, like a white guy, because you know like who's gonna be a professor, right? Some goofy person. Like in my mind, you know, I would be a professor now. Okay, I would be a professor now. And they're passing by, and I'm like, ooh, I'm like, yes, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying it. And then that stuff happened. At that time, I would tell myself, like, that's a coincidence. I'm like, that's deja vu. I said, that's deja vu. I'm like, wow, I saw this. And I would just let it go, whatever. You know, like, whatever. It wasn't until I got coaching for Bob Proctor, I sold my Toyota Camry, a 2011 or 2014 black Toyota Camry. It was nice. I sold it for like $7,000 because I wanted to get rid of it right away, and I wanted to get into that program right away. And taught me imagination and gratitude and being a high vibe, because gratitude is being a high vibe. Okay, it's not being like, I need it. It's just being grateful and then allowing more things to come into your life, because whatever you're grateful for, you get, because you're like focused on it, you're thinking about it, and you're only grateful for the good things. Okay, most of the time, but you could be grateful for everything. You know, I'm grateful for everything, all the bad, all the good, like whatever things that trigger me. Nothing's good or bad to me. I'm just like, it just is what it is. But you have to get to a certain level to understand that. Again, you experience this. So experience this. Visualize, and persist until it happens. Neville Goddard says this quote. Hey, fucking core man, shut up. An assumption, though false to the evidence of the senses, will harden into fact. Again, an assumption, though false to the evidence of the senses, will harden into fact. An assumption, though false to the evidence of the senses, will harden into fact. An assumption is imagination. It's a statement. It's a self-concept. Because you're saying, I am this, right? If you're weak, you're saying, I am strong. That's a statement in the Bible. Let the weak man say, I am strong. And so when you see yourself strong, you see yourself probably lifting some weights. You know, in imagination, you're already doing the thing you want to do, which is be strong. Maybe you want to lift a woman, so you're like lifting the woman. Maybe your wife, you know. For some reason, you want to be strong. For me, going to school, I wanted to be a good person. For me, driving my Dodge Challenger, I wanted to look cool and drive a car. Make life easier for me, but also look cool. For sexual relations, is to have a deep connection. Just have a connection. And, you know, have fun. For the money, freedom. Just to feel relief. Like, just relief, man. Don't worry about money, man. Just relief. You know? What else have I manifested recently? Tacos, I was hungry. Satisfy my hunger. And eat something that tastes good, you know? Because I probably had eggs or chicken breast in my fridge. But I'm like, I want some fucking tacos because it tastes good, you know? And I've done that a lot. Here's another thing where, let's go on to, so that's how you manifest. You see yourself with what you want. Whatever actions you're taking in imagination, your body will take those actions. Just like I did when I was taking those actions in imagination, when I was incarcerated, I was on campus, I was walking, it was an action. And I felt like I was a good person and I was doing good, okay? So the purpose, that was the purpose. There was the thing, the action, and the purpose, okay? So do that, whatever it is that you want. See yourself with it already. And feel fulfilled, like, oh, I'm finally connecting with this woman. Like, for me, specific people, women, I'm like, oh, I'm connecting with this person already. Like, oh, it feels amazing. You know, and it's a connection that you actually want to do with yourself. Everything's about yourself. It's not even about that person or the money. It's about yourself and remembering that you are God. You are the creator of your circumstance. It all goes back to that. And then persist until it happens. Okay, so keep imagining, see yourself with it, take the action, know the purpose, and persist until it appears. Simply put, see yourself taking the action that you would take if you already accomplished your goal, your desire, your true desire. Okay, see yourself taking the action that you would take if you had already accomplished your goal. That's it. Okay, money. See yourself with that money in the bank account. Pick up your phone, click the app, the bank app, see the money in there. Like, bang, it just dropped, right? That's money. Love. See yourself having sexual relations with that girl or that man, okay? Or going to sleep with that person, going to bed. Actually, what manifested was me going to sleep with that person. But I would still see the relations, the activity. Health. See yourself doing things you would do if you were healthy. Maybe you can't walk right now. See yourself walking. Maybe you can't breathe because you're coughing. So see yourself, imagination, look at a mirror, see yourself breathing deeply. Because it implies you're already healthy. See yourself, someone telling you, or maybe the doctor telling you, hey, you're perfectly healthy. Well, I can't believe that you're already cured. Wow. That's what you would experience. Happiness. You know? Maybe happiness is usually linked with some type of thing, you know, like for me, happiness, I wanted to be in shape and happy. I was depressed before I got in shape. And the moment I said, I swear to God, I'm gonna get in shape, I started seeing the visions of my body in shape. I started getting, so I committed. I committed to it. Some things you don't really have to commit. I don't think I ever said that for college. I did say, I swear to God, I'm going to college. But I did say, if it takes 10 years, I'll do it, you know. That's the kind of do, because I know if I continue the route of committing crime, I'm going to come back. I don't want to do that. So I'm like, if it takes 10 years, how long it takes to get a college education, I'm going to go with something good. Yeah. See, it wasn't like, I'm going to go to college to be a doctor to make a lot of money. It wasn't that. You know, I had my purpose. And for health, it was healthy, just to be healthy. I'm like, I just want to be happy and I want to be healthy. You know, I'm depressed and look like shit, you know? So I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be depressed and look like shit. I want to look good and be happy. And I found it through the workout. That's the way to live, is working out every day. Yeah, it's a good way to live because you stay in a positive frequency. But I digress. Um, let's talk about automatic manifestations. This started happening to me now that I've been in this space of personal development and using imagination to manifest. Um, like the lights, I have this light right here. It probably got brighter, but there's a light in my kitchen. It wasn't on for maybe like 2 years. I haven't had it on. There's a light in my restroom over here in the hallway. Before you enter the restroom, it was off too, and the light for the mirror, the front that's on top of the mirror, was off. The one for the hallway just turned off recently, so I'm like, okay, I'm eventually gonna have to need to get that. But for some reason, my mother, who is also my cleaning lady, my cleaning person for my apartment, put those lights in there. I didn't ask her, but my intention was like, oh, that would be nice if I had lights. That would be nice. That would be nice to have some lights, to have some lights here. That would be nice. I don't need them because I have lamps. I have lamps in my apartment. I don't need them, but it would be nice. It would be nice. Then I got them. And then for these couches, I have a little couch over there. One of those I forget what they're called. Lazy boy couch. I don't know. One of those rocker ones that you can, like, there's a little lever, it opens up. I would tell myself, it would be nice if I had some white or some tannish, like light. Those rocker couch and a regular couch. That would be nice. When I first got the apartment like 5 years ago, I didn't have anything in here. I was just sleeping on like a mattress. And I also manifested that. I would see myself before going to bed. I'll see myself washing dishes in my own apartment. I knew it was my own apartment. Like, yes, I got my own apartment, but I was washing dishes. Okay. I already had it, and I felt it in my heart that it was my apartment. Okay. At that time, I was sleeping in my uncle's couch because I had to move from West LA. I was living in West LA for almost 10 years and I had to move back because, this is my hometown and I wanted to be here. Yeah, and then I set the intention, oh, that would be nice, That would be nice if I had that, like, had a couch like that. That would be cool. And I don't remember visualizing that much. I would just come home and be tired and be like, oh, that would be nice. That would be nice to have a couch, It would be nice. It would be right there. It would be right there. I didn't really, like, sit down on it, like, feel it or anything like that. I was just more like, it would have been nice if it would be right there. I would sit on it. If it would be right there. So I was thinking about it, right? And just that little intention, I maybe saw it for a millisecond. Maybe the lights, I saw it for a millisecond. I saw them light, like, but I don't really recall. I just remember, I remember saying, that would be nice. That would be nice. And then I saw a post on Facebook. Somebody was giving them away for free. And I called this person, let them know, hey, I'm here picking it up. And I remember they're like, okay, yeah, we'll leave it outside. And then, I'm like, okay, cool. And so I went to their address and it was outside and I just picked it up, put it in my truck, and then brought it to my apartment. That was it. It would be nice. That would be nice. And so I saw it manifest on autopilot. I manifest on autopilot. All the good that I want. Little things. Remember, the little things create big things. Little things create big things. They add up. All these little things add up. First you learn about imagination, right? And then you apply it. And then you manifest love. And then you manifest money. And then you manifest your dream car. And then you manifest your dream home. And it started with that little thing that you wanted to manifest at first. Or that one thing. And that's how easy life is. That's how easy life is. Okay. I'm pretty young, I feel young, feel strong, healthy. I tell people I feel like I'm 17, and but I'm not, you know. Um, and I've already learned this stuff. Some people don't learn this until I don't know when, like until they're way older, you know. Some people learn it young. Like there's some people who like are like 18, maybe younger, and you know they found the love of their life. You know they got it because they manifested it. They saw themselves with it. They believed it. They said it would be nice to be with the love of my life, or like you know be with this girl and like be together and be in a committed relationship. You know, it would be nice, and they would see it, and then do that with you know social media or a business. Then with health, maybe be in shape, and so they have all the square of life. The square of life is love, health, wealth, and happiness. Love, wealth, health, and happiness. Love, wealth, health, and happiness. Everybody sees it a little bit different. You know, it's a little bit different for everybody. So, yeah, I hope you like this one. If you want to read some more, go to Medium. If you want to check out some of my books, also check the description. And yeah, get some of my books. I talk about all types of topics: self-love, manifestation, getting in shape. All right. And until next time, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.